Hi everyone, thank you for joining in to the Palette Palace and the Fluffy Butts Chicken Farm. Today we're going to go over one of many ways you can preserve your eggs. This works for short-time storage, long-term storage, and also extra long storage. So you can store your eggs up to a year doing this method, and that is coating your eggs in mineral oil. And you can find this at any drugstore next to the Pepto-Bismol. It is a laxative, so I highly recommend wearing gloves when doing it. But you'll want to wash your eggs and dry them, the egg carton as well. And then you'll just put your gloves on, pour a little bit of the oil in your hand, coat the egg entirely. Just make sure to not leave any part of the egg uncovered, and that's what you're doing is you're putting the bloom back on the egg. And that keeps out any bacteria from growing inside the egg. For short-term storage, once you do this, you can keep them on the counter at room temperature for up to 3 months. You can store them in a cool, dark area, ideally between 65 and 68 degrees with 75% humidity for about 6 to 9 months. And then in your fridge, they'll store for up to a year, so 9 to 12 months. You do want to flip them weekly or monthly, just whenever you can remember to make sure and flip the entire carton over gently upside down, and that helps maintain your egg yolk. Now, if putting your eggs on the counter or leaving them in the fridge for nearly a year freaks you out, by all means, there are ways you can check to see if your eggs are good or not. One would be the sniff test, but that might gross you out. The other one is the float test, and that's the one that we use. We just stick an egg down in the water. If it sinks, it's good. If it floats, it's bad. If one end of it does pop up a little bit, the egg is still good. It's just not as fresh. When a chicken lays an egg, it has a protective layer on it, and it's called the bloom, and that just helps keep the oxygen from penetrating the shell and keeps the bacteria from entering it. And so that's why you would put the mineral oil on there. It's just that extra coating to prevent that growth from happening. If you have backyard chickens that lay eggs, you can skip putting the mineral oil on them since it already has that on there. By putting the mineral oil on your eggs, it's like reapplying the bloom layer. So the fresher the eggs, the better. Always make sure to wash off the mineral oil or the bloom before eating them, and it is always a good idea to crack the egg in a separate container before you mix them up or fry them up. It's definitely not recommended for you raw egg junkies, so sorry about that. But it is great for eggs over easy, poached eggs, deviled eggs, scrambled eggs, and so much more. If you guys have tried any other methods, please feel free to leave it down in the comments. We are wanting to try the water glassing method, but we have not been able to yet. It's hard to find the pickling lime. You can also use the silica, but I'm not sure that I feel comfortable doing that. So definitely let me know what you guys use to preserve your eggs. With having your own backyard chicken farm, you end up with way too many eggs, and sometimes you need that refrigerator space, so this is a great method for that, to be able to keep them out on the counter longer. Definitely once you have put them in the fridge, though, don't move them to the counter. You have to keep them in the fridge at that point, so make sure when you're moving them to the fridge that's where you want to keep them. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Remember to like and subscribe and share, and we'll see y'all next week. Have a blessed week. Bye-bye now.